Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. A quick start for us tonight. Grant Graves, Patrick Hayes with you. Thanks for sticking with us through a little bit of a sound error there. But we have our national anthem coming up, and then we'll talk about keys to the games and starting lineups here as we take it down to the Lakewood PA announcer. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lakewood Sports Channel. A little technical difficulty there, but boy, it's time for basketball. It's time for the starting lineups, and it's time for our Slife matchup of the game. And, Pat, apparently you and I were talking off air a little bit about the inaugural GLC tournament that is going to be taking place here next week. The draw is out, and Lakewood and River certainly will be looking forward to their first-round games, and we will talk about that and much, much more here on this Tuesday night showdown in the GLC. But first, it's our Slife matchup of the game. Two guys with some fairly good size that we're going to be seeing that are able to shoot it from deep, who can get to the rim and are really coming on strong for the Rangers. For the Rangers, it's Pete Patsaurus. He was out Saturday night against University School. He is in tonight, and that spells good news for the Rangers.
Yes, he's a jack of all trades. He can really score it. He can really rebound it, but so can Lang. So it's going to be it's a dogfight between the two, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Robbie Lang averaging 11.6 points per game and 6.5 rebounds on the season. He hit a game-winner three-pointer shot against Normandy, which will come in handy for the Rocky River Pirates as they get set for their GLC tournament match against the Invaders. It will be the number 5 seed versus the Normandy Invaders, who have the number 4 seed, and for the Rangers, they draw the 8 seed, which will match them up with number 9 Elyria Catholic out, and it will be a home game for the Rangers. The River Pirates traveling to Normandy next week for that. It'll be a really fun tournament. It was interesting to see how the seeding went down with everybody kind of in a different spot in the year. Some people have played a good amount of games. River playing 15 games. Lakewood only 7 games. It'll be interesting. That makes for a very exciting tournament and the potential for a lot of upsets.
Yeah, absolutely, Grant. I mean, you could 1 through 10. You can scramble them up and pretty much throw them in a hat to get seedings here because some people, like you said, played 10 games. Some played 15, 7. It's kind of a crapshoot. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Lakewood coming in at 3 and 4 are starting tonight. Riley Yulnitz, Ahmed Muhammad, Pete Patsaurus, Marcel Grayer, and Hakeem the Dream Curon, and the head coach, Alex Kamach. And on the visiting side for those Rocky River Pirates sailing in to the 44107, it's number 0, Brandon Spees, number 2, Tommy Beebe, number 4, Nathan Robertson, number 23, Robbie Lang, and number 24, Charlie Hudson. And we know that Nathan's last name is Robertson. We will be talking with our graphics department late into the night on that one. So Thanks for hanging with us through technical difficulties. It is finally basketball time here from the corner of Bunce and Franklin. Lakewood coming out in their new home white jerseys with the purple and gold trim. And for the Pirates, gray uniforms, maroon and white trim. It's Pat Soros. It's Lang at the center circle. Our Slife matchup of the game. Going to tip it off here in GLC conference play. Tipped around, and this one will be controlled by the purple and gold as we are off here at Lakewood High School. Pat Soros missing a game against U.S., 17 points against Buckeye. He finds Ahmed Muhammad, three-pointer is short. Muhammad, 3 3-pointers the other night against U.S. If you like to see Muhammad pulling from there. He had some success with some deep threes against U.S. He'll be a catalyst for the Rangers again. We said it. If Rangers can shoot well against River, they're going to have themselves a good chance.
Yeah, River's got to shoot it well as well. That was the key to the game that, we had some technical difficulties. They shot it really well against Brunswick.
Turnover there by the Pirates, and Lakewood will get a chance to crack this score open. 0-0 here on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. Lakewood with a little different of a starting lineup tonight. Pat Soros inserted back in this lineup. Hakeem Karan starting for Jaquan Neal as Yulnitz got into the paint. It was knocked away, and the junior guard will reset.
Seems like it's been a different starting lineup all year.
Step back for Pat Soros, rims out, and that ball is pulled in by number 24, Charlie Hudson. The big man will handle the ball at times for River. He gives them a versatile look with that size, bringing the ball up. Three-pointer there by Robertson is off, and Marcel Grayer had a hand on it. Lang challenged it, and it was ultimately Lang who knocked it out of bounds. Lakewood regaining possession here, and again, we talked about this, Pat. It could be a low-scoring affair based upon what River is going to try to get Lakewood into. You saw they close off the paint on Yulnitz there. A little different than the game against U.S. on Saturday night where it felt like every other bucket was either in transition or right at the rim. We could definitely see a different style of game here, and it should be a good one on the Lakewood Sports Channel. A moving screen there on number 11, Marcel Grayer will turn the ball back over to the Pirates. And it's been a turnover fest here soon, but certainly these teams will get settled in. Some very skilled players on both sides of the hardwood.
Yeah, been sloppy to start it. Rangers, that's their goal, is to speed up the Pirates. Rangers want to get out and run and get some transition buckets here too.
Robertson spins. It was cut off by Muhammad. Pirates will move it around. Spees gets it out to Beebe. Beebe against Karan. Ball's knocked away. It's Lang who came up with it, still being tipped around. Lang comes up with it, finds Robertson in the corner. Swings it around to Spees. Spees loses it. They're on the ground. It's Pat Soros who comes up with it, and here come the Rangers.
Really good scramble there by the Rangers.
Pat Soros all the way. He'll try to get the Rangers on the board, but a foul will cut the shot attempt short as Pat Soros will head to the charity stripe, shooting a pair.
It's really good, Grant, to see a good defensive possession down here by the Rangers. The first couple games last week, they had some bad first-half defense, and that was a pretty good possession.
Pat Soros lifts the lid on this one, and the Rangers take a 1-0 lead. And there's such a psychological difference it makes to have a leader like Pat Soros back in the lineup as Pat Soros knocks down both free throws. Just with the fact that you can gamble a little more, be a little more aggressive, and you're not hesitating defensively because, boy, Pete does such a good job of influencing shots at the rim and defensive rebounding, so you don't have to be tied to your man as much, worried about the box out, because Pete usually does a nice job of cleaning up the glass. But the Pirates have quite a number of guys who like to mix it in there and get some rebounds. It'll be interesting to watch the battle in the hardwood trenches tonight as River turns the ball over again, and it's Lakewood possession, leading by 2. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We're so glad you are joining us, whether you're on the Lakewood side or the River side of the bridge. Thanks for tuning in on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Pat Soros dribbles in again. This one knocked out of bounds, but this time Hudson knocked it out, and Lakewood will have it baseline out of bounds. Yulnitz to inbound here.
Yeah, Grant, honestly, when you have that top dog, he kind of helps out in all facets of the game. I mean, rebounding, scoring. I mean, last year, Nate Mims did the same thing for the Rangers.
Yulnitz struggling to find an outlet there. It was Karan who had it. The driving layup no good, and River has a chance to take the lead or tie. 2-0 here in the first quarter. That one kicked out. Robertson corrals it and will set up some offense for the Pirates. Hudson takes it in. Cut off on the baseline, but there's Lang underneath. Shot went into the bottom of the backboard, and Karan breaks out the other way. We've seen this a couple times this year. There are some fantastic crossover athletes in the Great Lakes Conference. Hakeem Karan being one of them, fantastic running back on the gridiron, and Tommy Beebe, the do-it-all safety and defensive specialist, offensive specialist for the Rocky River Pirates. It's good to see these multi-sport athletes, as Riley Unit says, I'm going to open up the scoring for myself as the first field goal of the game belongs to the junior Units, and it is a 4-0 advantage for the Rangers.
I'm just super impressed on how the Rangers must have worked on defense this week at practice, because it's just so much better than it has been the past couple games.
Deflections, turnovers, a huge block by Patsoris down low there. Certainly the Rangers have a renewed sense of pride on the defensive end after that loss against US. Beebe launches that one too long. Patsoris chased it down, and Muhammad will take it the other way. Rangers leading by 4. Grayer streaking down the other end. Grayer's layup no good. A big fall by MJ Grayer. He was going quick on that one, and Grayer was fouled by Beebe, and he will shoot a pair at the free throw line. Grayer getting up, albeit a little gingerly, but looks like the forward for the Rangers will be okay at the charity stripe.
And getting out and running is going to be so important for the Rangers. I mean, getting easy buckets or getting fouled and going to the line, it's going to be huge for the Rangers tonight.
First one missed short by Grayer, as number 10, Justin Gino, will check in for Tommy Beebe, and number 4, Nathan Robertson, will come out for number 1, Patrick Lang. Grayer's second one up and no good, and the rebound there by Robbie Lang will set the Pirates in motion the other way. Spees will handle it for the Pirates. River trying to find their first field goal of the night, and it's Patsoris who tips it away. Patsoris on the other end, undercut and one. Pete Patsoris, an acrobatic finish. Hudson got underneath the legs there. It was Patsoris keeping his focus, his eyes on the rim, and he will go to the line to make it a 3-point play after this timeout by Rocky River.
Really fantastic play by Pete there. You almost get a little nervous there, him falling to the ground after the spill he took at Buckeye, but good to see him get up, ready to shoot his free throws.
Certainly a scary collision at Buckeye for the senior, but after just missing one game, he has bounced back and looks springy in this one. A defensive gem of a possession with that block underneath, and man, did he really look at full strength breaking out on that fast break layup. Great concentration, and we know Pete's an awkward finisher, but that's certainly one of the more awkward finishes you will find in transition there for Patsoris.
And that awkwardness makes him like a better player. I mean, it's harder to guard when you're not sure which leg he's going to go off or which arm.
And defensively, you're taught certain principles. You know, if somebody's driving right off, you know, but it's Patsoris that it makes it unorthodox with the different finishes, the different types of shots that he's able to take off both legs with both hands.
Yes.
And certainly we have seen some fantastic scoring outputs from the senior as he goes to the line looking to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah,
Patsoris free throw no good, and River will trail by 6.
You hear guys talk about it all the time. It's harder to guard lefties because they're just not used to it. And, you know, Pete's not, but he plays that kind of way where it's a little bit more difficult to defend.
Muhammad underneath, cuts off the baseline. 3-pointer from the corner will go. And it's number 0, Brandon Spees, lifting the lid for the Pirates. And Patsoris, a nice move underneath all the way to the rim. Pete Patsoris having himself a quarter.
He doesn't look like it, but man, does he have that burst, and he is really fast.
Nice job by Patsoris there to set up his driving lane on Hudson. It's Lang that took it underneath, and he will turn it over, and it's Karan breaking out the other way. Karan, the left-handed layup is good, and the running Rangers are taking the ball and going quickly in transition, it seems, every chance they get. Certainly shades of the runs on bunts that we saw a few years ago here. The Rangers certainly taking on that transition identity against the Pirates.
And that was the key to the game. We said the Rangers wanted to get out and run and score easy buckets, and they're succeeding right now.
And certainly you'll take easy buckets any day of the week. I think any coach will say that. But it's the principle of playing against Rivers' half-court defense. Great athleticism, great size for the maroon and white. But certainly it's the Rangers' prerogative to not see their size underneath and, moreover, take their chances in transition with the Pirates getting back.
Agreed, Grant. Honestly, the way they're getting out is on the defensive end.
Hudson's three-pointer rims out, and it'll be Karan throwing it ahead to Patsoris. Patsoris beating everybody but one down, and Patsoris another layup as another timeout by Coach Murray. As Patsoris beating everybody down the floor. Pete looks rested after missing that game against US, and certainly if you're Coach Murray, the defensive transitions have not been up to par for you. And a team that prides themselves defensively certainly going to have to find some answers for Patsoris and the running Rangers tonight.
He's a tough cover, and we talked about the GLC tournament bracket coming out and everything like that, and it's been tough to gauge on how successful teams are because every team's had guys out almost all year. So it's shows tonight that with the Rangers with Pete Patsoris, they continue this, they can play well.
Well, that's going to lead us in perfectly to our Geiger's question of the night, and it's what improvements does Lakewood need to make before the GLC tournament? And certainly, if you are the Purple and Gold and you're Coach Kamak, you're more than happy with the start you have against the Pirates, and this may be part of the identity they start to imagine themselves in as tournament play grows near.
Yes. First and foremost, you got to get healthy. We get Pete back tonight. Hopefully Aiden Wacker back soon. And defensively, they got to step up, and it seems to be that they're doing it tonight, and they just got to continue that.
12-3, the Rangers lead the Pirates here. Lakewood, after 2 games and 2 nights last week, certainly looks rested and ready to run against the maroon and white. A three-pointer in the corner rims out. That's the second three-pointer for the Pirates that has been halfway down and rimmed out. Some home cooking certainly for the Rangers. Screen applied to Patsoris. A push will be assessed to Patsoris. Patsoris looking for an explanation on that one. A little too physical coming around the screen, and it will be Pirate inbound underneath as Stan Hewler has checked in for the Pirates, and Andre Hollenberg has checked in for the Rangers.
Yeah, the Pirates love to pound it inside, get it to the big men any way they can. So they've been trying it right now.
Nice play set up for Gina, and he knocks down the three-pointer. Some misdirection there. Freed up Gina at the top of the key, and Coach Kamak certainly not going to like a shooter being that wide open, but nice job by the Pirates to sell that one. Muhammad puts this one on the ground, and his floater is good. Everything going in for the Purple and Gold. Certainly happy to see the home nylon here at Bunsen Franklin.
Yeah, that was really good action last time down by Coach Murray to get that 3-ball, but Rangers answer back.
Jumper there by Spees, no good. Grayer tracks it down in the corner, hounded by Lang, and Patsoris will break out the other way. Rangers moving it around, leading here 14-6 with just 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's been Hudson and Patsoris all night. Patsoris gets inside. Patsoris at the rim, no good. Ball's been tipped. It will go to Yulnitz. Yulnitz underneath. The driving layup is good, and the Lakewood Rangers are getting everything they want against the Pirates right now.
Riley's so silky smooth, man. He gets in there, slides right in there. You think there's not a lane. He slides in and is able to get a layup.
Fantastic finish by the undersized junior. Yulnitz playing much bigger than his size on his junior season. Grayer almost in the passing lane. Time winding down. 5 seconds remaining. Pirates looking for a shot. They pop it out to Lang for 3. That one no good. Pulled down by Hollenberg, and it will remain 16-6. The Rangers on top of the Pirates, and it's been a good one so far, Pat. It's been a good season so far for the Rangers in terms of being able to pull this off and having some of these moments during, the pandemic that we've had. Mm-hmm. It's been interesting to see the Rangers really adjust. They had 2 games in 2 nights after being off for 2 weeks last week. They look rested right now, and a renewed focus on the defensive end has fed their transition offense.
Yeah, it's been huge on the defensive end. I mean, at the end of that quarter, won't really be talked about, but Andre Hallenberg's box out right there just to grab a rebound and not allow putback. We saw that at Buckeye. We gave up a last-minute, foul, and, hurt us in the end.
Well, we want to shout out our sponsor, First Federal of Lakewood, for their help in supporting the Lakewood Sports Channel.
We purchased this house last month.
We knew after our experience with a very large multinational bank that we wanted to have a very local bank. First Federal was the first bank that we called. From the very first phone call, just been absolutely wonderful. We had such a pleasant experience with this bank that we ended up making it not only the bank that gave us the loan on this house, this is our personal bank now. We felt like family. I would absolutely recommend First Federal Lakewood.
It was perfect.
It was perfect.
Thank you to First Federal of Lakewood and all of our sponsors for helping make the Lakewood Sports Channel possible. We are back here. Pirates and Rangers as the Pirates look to cut into the lead. And Justin Gina, again, a hot shooting stroke there for Gina as he pours in another one, a three-pointer in the first quarter, a two-pointer to get the second quarter rolling, and the Pirates have cut this lead underneath double digits. Karan in the corner, that one no good. Hakeem Karan, a fantastic shooting night against U.S. He had 3 of those triples. Gina again from the top of the arc, no good. Grayer, a tough rebound. He had 2. Pirates come down around him, but he came along with it. Patsoris all the way. Pete Patsoris, a fantastic night in transition so far for the senior.
Yeah, Hakeem's really stepped up in Pete's absence, scoring the basketball. So with Pete back, he'll complement Pete well tonight, I think.
Gina, the only source of offense for the Pirates here so far. Spin there by Hudson. He puts up the leaner, and that one rims out as Yulnitz fires it down to Hakeem. No good, and coming down with it, getting back in transition was number 23, Lang, and that was a fantastic job by Lang there to get down and get the rebound.
Got to use the backboard there if you're Hakeem.
Foul there by Patsoris, his second. We'll get Q Neal into this one. Jaquan Neal will check in as Hudson will go to the line shooting a pair.
Grant, it doesn't seem like much, but getting one player back makes your team so much more deep. I mean, Q Neal started a game, Hakeem started games. Now they're coming in the second quarter. I mean, they're rolling, so you don't need to pull guys out, but, really extends the depth a little bit.
As Hudson knocks down the first free throw, that depth coming in for the Rangers. It's Jaquan Neal checking in for Patsoris. For the Pirates right now, it's Gina, Lang, Hudson, Hewler, and number 0, Brandon Spees. For the Rangers, it's Yulnitz, Grayer, Karan, Neal, and Muhammad. As River, for the first time tonight, bringing some full court pressure. Lakewood able to counter it. Back to Yulnitz up top. Yulnitz slick pass through a few Pirates, but it will be tipped out and remain Ranger ball.
And it's funny, Grant, you think Rangers are going a lot smaller, taking out Pete Patsoris and going with Q, but he rebounds the ball so well.
Q Neal, certainly a burst of energy for the Ranger squad against Buckeye. He had a fantastic job doing the dirty work against U.S. He's been a catalyst for the Rangers, certainly defensively and rebounding-wise. Karan's floater in the lane, tricks up and in. Nice job by Hakeem Karan on the smooth touch.
Really
20-10, the Rangers lead.
Really good patience there by the Rangers, not forcing a bad shot, getting a good look.
Lang kicks it out to Gina. Nice shot fake by number 10, as Rangers are certainly keying in on where he is now. Q Neal in the post against Lang. A size mismatch will send Robbie Lang to the free throw line. If you're the Rangers and Lang's posting up there, you certainly don't like to see that.
Yeah, you almost want to front him and have a little help on the backside. So, when he gets in front, he's dangerous. He's going to get fouled or score almost every time.
Lang going to the free throw line, looking to cut into the Rangers' 10-point lead here. 5 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the second quarter as Patsoris will check back in, and Muhammad will sit down for Miles Harper, seeing his first action tonight. For the Pirates, a few substitutions. Tommy Beebe back in, and number 4, Nathan Robertson, back in for the Pirates. Second free throw up and good for Lang, and now it's Lakewood 20, Rocky River 12. Little full court pressure worked for U.S. against Lakewood, but certainly it'll be different with Patsoris in the middle of that press.
Yeah, he helps a great deal there.
Lakewood working it around. Patsoris comes open in the middle. That jumper is good. Patsoris putting on an offensive display, a nice mid-range jumper there. Some fantastic transition layups for Patsoris. And a charge underneath by Hakeem, the Dream.
Pete's firing on all cylinders right now. I mean, he's hitting all his shots.
A game of rest certainly doing number 1 good in the purple and gold as BB checks out, and number 0, Brandon Spees, will come in for him.
You know, it's funny, Grant, because, you know, people go, what does Allen Iverson say? Practice. But we talked to Coach Kambach, and he said that Pete had one of his best practices of the year yesterday, and now it's translating to a pretty good game today.
Patsoris puts up another one way long. Patsoris with 2 fouls, needs to be careful in transition there. Hudson from 3, short, and Q Neal pulls it down. Yulnitz a little too fast in transition, and that was shades of the U.S. game where Lakewood really struggled with their turnovers. You're hoping if you're Lakewood, you can keep possession of the ball and keep the offensive wheels moving.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we talked about, Pete Patsoris is a big factor in that. Having him in the middle is a huge deal, and he helps a lot. But we still got to stay composed and handle the basketball.
Checking in for the first time tonight is Mark Jarris, the senior sharp shooter. Jarris matched up against Robertson.
He's also a pest defensively. I mean, he works really hard defensively.
Jarris forcing a bad pass there by Lang. Lang matched up against Harper. And this one will be a foul, it appears, on Miles Harper. And River will inbound the ball once again on their baseline. 5 fouls for River, 5 fouls for Lakewood. 4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Miles Harper got stuck behind Lane again, and that's not a place you want to be.
Reversal here, finding Hewler. Hewler off to Hudson, certainly a precarious pass by Hewler as Patsoris was in that passing lane once again. Harper will check out, Muhammad back in. 22-12, the Rangers leading the Pirates.
You love the grit from some of these Rangers. I mean, Hakeem is probably giving 3 to 4 inches on Lang, but still just defending really hard.
Lakewood coming out, looking to keep up their defensive showing against the Pirates. That one results in a turnover. Jarris running the lane with Yulnitz. That pass will go out of bounds. Another transition turnover by Yulnitz, something you don't see, very uncharacteristic for the junior guard.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you try to do too much there. You almost want to try to take it yourself if you're Riley instead of giving that up.
Yulnitz, a fantastic game the other night against Buckeye, 18 big points. It's been fantastic from the free throw line. As a three-pointer there clanks off the side iron, and Patsoris will push it the other way. To Jarris in transition. Jarris pulls it out. Lakewood looking to reset.
Really smart by Mark pulling out. He didn't have a great look at the 3, so we get out. Let's get a good possession.
Unselfish play for the senior. Fantastic job so far on the night by the Rangers, scoring the basketball, most of it coming in transition for the purple and gold. Patsoris working again on Hudson. Muhammad in the corner for 3. That one, air balls. And Pirates looking to cut down into this 10-point advantage for the purple and gold. A foul there by Karan, a little too physical on the dribbler. And this ball will be taken side out of bounds with Lakewood just 1 foul away from the bonus.
Yeah, that's not a great foul by Hakeem there. You got to slide your feet and not just, grab with your hands there.
Miles Harper checking in for the Rangers again, as well as number 23, Ahmed Muhammad. Muhammad, a nice night against U.S., albeit in a losing effort. He had 11 points, played big on the boards as well against U.S.'s fantastic size, and looked like A possible charging call was coming, but no matter, as the layup will be good for the Pirates. And a turnover there, stolen by Brandon Spees, and suddenly it's only a 6-point advantage for the Rangers.
Need to get somebody in the middle here to help out.
River pulling back the press here a little bit as Hudson got a hand in there, and it was Spees who hit the ground, but that ball out of bounds, and that will receive a sitting ovation from the Rocky River Pirate bench. Really liking to see the defensive temperature being turned up by the Pirates.
Man, those 2 possessions gave me flashbacks of the U.S. there. Turning the ball over, almost trying to do too much on the offensive end when you beat it, or just giving the ball to the other team.
GLC tournament bracket coming out today thanks to Fairview Athletic Director Joe Dianetti. He's spearheading the GLC tournament as Pat Soros knocks in another one. 24-16, the Rangers lead with 2 minutes remaining here in the half. River will be playing Normandy. River defeated Normandy on a buzzer beater recently, 57-56. It was Robbie Lang on the end of that three-pointer for the Pirates. We talked about how stingy River's defense can be. They held Normandy in that game to 7 points in the final 10 minutes as that shot rims out. It'll be a great matchup. That'll be one to watch in the first round. Certainly those two teams have a history, and they play very, very close basketball as Muhammad's three-pointer hits the back iron. Pat Soros' three-pointer, no good. Pat Soros gets his own rebound to take. That one is in. Another acrobatic finish for the senior.
Man.
As Coach Kamak was looking for a timeout and was not granted that timeout.
Really good take by Pat Soros. And like you said, that's going to be a fun matchup in the GLC tournament.
Lakewood and River both throwing that one away as Lakewood will lose possession and turn it back over to the Pirates. And on the other side of the bracket, the 8-9 matchup will be Lakewood hosting Elyria Catholic. It'll be a different-looking Elyria Catholic squad. They will be without Jack Keneally, who had a fantastic end to that game, that thriller in Elyria that saw the Rangers being pushed to overtime despite leading by 10 in the final 1 minute and 40 seconds. So we will certainly have a good one for you on the Lakewood Sports Channel for Lakewood's first-round matchup. Hudson's three-pointer took a trip around the rim and out. And Lakewood was fouled on the rebound and will regain possession out of bounds.
Grant, I don't know if there's a first-round game that's not going to be entertaining. I mean, this year's GLC has been, even throughout the board. It's going to be fun to watch.
We can't wait to bring it to you all here on the Lakewood Sports Channel and as a part of an arm of the GLC television network set up by fantastic budding superstar in this business, Tyler Danberg over there at the FPCS BN. We can't wait to join forces with the GLC TV crew and get our GLC tournament action out there for all of you. It's going to be some fantastic February madness. We're going to have to come up with an alliteration there.
Yeah.
It will certainly be a fantastic night of basketball in the first round, and we can't wait to see what happens between the Rangers and the Panthers, and certainly Normandy and River will be a good one there. Timeout for the Rangers, 16.9 seconds remaining, and the Rangers lead 26-16.
What gets me excited about the tournament, Grant, is there's going to be so many different paces of play. If you watch a Fairview team, they're going to try to, run and gun. If you watch a River team, they're going to try to grind it out, beat you 36-32, you know what I mean? So it's going to be fun to watch a little bit different styles of play.
Certainly both coaches, we talked to them, excited about it, and we're excited to send a big shout-out to all of our supporters in the Lakewood athletic community. Bringing our families and fans all the action takes a lot of help from our community. The Lakewood Sports Channel would not be possible without the contributions from our supporters. Thanks to donations through the Lakewood Athletic Boosters, we can keep bringing you the show and help keep it going into the future. Go to golakewood.org if you'd like to make a donation to the Lakewood Sports Channel. And as the Rangers come back out here, 16.9 seconds remaining. If you're Coach Kamak, you have to be happy with some of the offensive showings that you're seeing, but certainly a little bit of sloppiness has started to creep into the Rangers' play here as River putting on some pressure, and it will pay off as 6 seconds remain here, and the Pirates will regain possession. A nice trap up at the top, perfectly executed, took away the reversal here at the top of the key, got the turnover the Pirates were looking for.
Yeah, I'm sure River knew it was going to, start with Pete Pat Source, and they kind of trapped him and made it a little difficult for him.
Jumper there by Hudson will be the end of this half, and certainly a shot that Hudson is familiar with but would not go for him, and certainly the Pirates will be looking for answers offensively as Lakewood leads 26-16, and we take it now to center court for a performance from our Lakewood High School cheerleading squad.
Let me show you how to do it.
I'm Riley Eulens. I'm Riley Eulens. And you're watching Lakewood Sports Channel.
Go.
It's Ahmed Mohammed.
Muhammad from 3. That one is good. Ahmed Muhammad with no hesitation.
And you're watching Lakewood Sports Channel.
My name's Andre Hollenberg. And
Slashes. Hollenberg for 3. All 3 of those. Andre Hollenberg.
you're watching Lakewood Sports Channel.
My name is Hakeem Karani.
It's cut off by Canones. As Karan underneath. And one. Hakeem. The 3.
You're watching Lakewood Sports Channel. Jaquan Neal, a.k.a. Q.
His head. I'm sure he will have some words for the defense at halftime. Q Neal, the step back.
And you're watching Lakewood Sports Channel.
Muhammad from 3. That one is good. Ahmed Muhammad with no hesitation. Well, it's cut off by Canones. As Karan underneath. And one. Hakeem. The 3. going for three. All three of those. Andre Hollenberg is head. I'm sure he will have some words for the defense at halftime. Q Neal, the step back. (26-16), the Rangers out on top here as a half of basketball has gone by. And Pat, a fantastic job by the Rangers early to get out in transition. It was spurred on by Pete Patzors back in the lineup tonight after missing the U.S. game on Saturday. And like we said, he's given the Rangers a certain type of bravado. He's given them their swagger back, as you could say, and he has certainly been the catalyst tonight, helping the Rangers get out, avoid Rivers' very good half-court defense. It's been the recipe for success for the purple and gold.
Yeah, he's done a great job, and we talked about it earlier, but, you know, when you have that guy, he helps mask a lot of problems and stuff like that, and he's really stepping up tonight on the offense and defensive end. The halftime probably couldn't come at a better spot tonight. They were starting to get a little sloppy, so good to have a little break, come out hopefully with the same energy they started the game with.
It has certainly been a good one here, 26-16. We're excited to bring you the second half here on the Lakewood Sports Channel, presented by First Federal of Lakewood. And River certainly looking for some answers offensively, but Coach Murray had a nice couple of sets there for his team, and they will certainly be looking to get some of those outside shots to fall. Hudson had a couple of good looks at it, and if you're the Rangers, you want to limit what he's going to be able to see as the half goes on here in the second half. He's been fantastic from distance, 40% from three this year. It's going to be Charlie Hudson if the Pirates are going to get back into this one.
Yeah, they're getting some looks. They're just not knocking them down quite yet. The Rangers got to do a little bit better job of closing out long on their shooters because they will eventually knock them down.
Certainly a exciting second half that we have here as the two best dressed coaches in the GLC, Coach Kamak and Coach Demetrius Lovett, come back out for the second half. Coach Demetrius Lovett going with the blazer tonight. Your thoughts on the move?
A little curveball. I didn't get to ask him before the game why, but he looks good and they're playing well, so I'll go with it.
Well, certainly just like the Cavs have their mini All-Stars playing during halftime, we had our own mini All-Star in the form of Drew Senni and Son out there on the court. He's going to have a bright future in the purple and gold, Pat.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. I don't know what class that is, 20, 30, 40, I don't even know.
We'll be talking a little slower by that time,
Yeah,
but hopefully it's still you and me riding off into the sunset here on the Lakewood Sports Channel. Third quarter time here at the corner of Butts and Franklin. We're so glad you are joining us at home. It'll be Grayer, Eulens, Patsoris, Ahmed Muhammad, and Hakeem, the Dream, Kuran for the Rangers and for the Pirates. It's going to be Gina, a hot shooting first half for him, Brandon Spees, Patrick Lang, Tommy Beebe, and Charlie Hudson out there as the Rangers lead by 10, 26-16. Lakewood going 5 out now, trying to get Patsoris involved in the middle again. Little different defensive assignment for the Pirates as it'll be Lang taking a shift on Patsoris. A little bit of a 2-3 zone for the Pirates. We'll see if Lakewood can counteract that with some good three-point shooting.
Coach Murray going with a hot hand in Gina. He didn't start the game. He start in the second half.
Certainly shot his way into a second half appearance for the junior.
Rangers doing a really good job of being patient. They have a lead. No shot clock. You don't want to be that team to stall the whole time, but they're doing a good job of getting
certainly a conversation many in the basketball community are having about implementing a shot clock at the Ohio High School Athletic Association level as Eulens lines up a three, and that one, nothing but net. Welcome to the show, Riley Eulens.
That's a great possession of basketball. Not rushing it, getting a good look, knocking it down.
Riley Eulens getting himself on the board there with a three-pointer. A nice layup for him in the first half. A few turnovers for the young junior guard, but good to see him bounce back there as the corner three for Spees won't go. And Hakeem Karan will pull it down for the purple and gold.
So
Rangers pushing it again. Looked like Eulens had a shot in the corner. He found Grayer underneath. Really nice layup underneath by MJ Grayer.
So, Grant, what's your take on it? What would you go, shot clock or no shot clock?
I would go shot clock just to help our players get a little more acclimated to what they might see at the next level. It may be a minute detail, but I think it encourages you to learn the game of basketball a little more, and it would reduce some of the yelling that happens on Twitter. And if I can reduce some of the yelling that happens on Twitter, I think anybody would agree that's maybe the way we want to go. As a nice floater there on the other end by the Pirates takes this one to 31-18 here. 6 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, as much as I want to disagree with you, Grant, I completely agree. I think a shot clock would help the game, in many facets. But, yeah, I agree.
And certainly, the controversy, every tournament time, it happens all the time. You got the underdog team, whatever it may be. Maybe they go up 6, they're pulling the ball out. And it's just, right, we have so many fantastic basketball players in this area, so much talent, and why would you want to diminish that? Why would you want to put any a governor on it, so to speak, right? You want to see this basketball at full speed, full tilt, and I think a shot clock might produce what you'd be looking for in that respect, but there are some drawbacks. I definitely see both sides of the coin. But certainly leave us your comments on YouTube and leave us your comments on Twitter and help us keep the debate going as the Rangers and Pirates keep going here in the third quarter. 6 minutes remaining. Lakewood hanging on to a 13-point lead. Yulnitz, another one blocked there by Lang. Nice job by Robbie Lang on the block. Ahmed Muhammad's cross-court pass to Karan, rattles in. Hakeem, so clean. Karan knocks down the three-pointer. And you were wondering when Hakeem was going to hit one from deep. He's been really shooting the ball well for the Rangers.
He has, and what a pass by Ahmed. He found him, cross court. That was fantastic.
Hudson's three-pointer rims out, and that's another shot for Charlie Hudson that just won't stay down between the nylon as Yulnitz pushed it all the way, but there's Karan again. Hakeem Karan.
Really good cleanup, way to stay with it. Good take by Riley, just couldn't get the fall.
Lakewood bench getting into this one, 36-18. They feel like they have the Pirates on the ropes. Passed out to the corner there. Passed up a shot. Gina passed up a three. Spees looking around, and the Pirates will set it up. Screened by Lang. Hudson looked for Lang off the pop. To no avail. Beebe gets into the middle. That shot no good. Rebounded underneath by Lang. That one no good, and Grayer will push it the other way. He beat 4 Pirates down the floor, but turned out as he saw Spees waiting for him at the other end. Patsoris in and out move. Hudson takes all the way to the rim. Hudson, nice job between him and Patsoris, but a rebound is pulled down by Petey Patsoris, and the Rangers are taking it to the Pirates.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job on both ends. Caught a break there with the missing the putback. Rangers capitalize.
A turnover by the Pirates there, and the Pirates certainly feel like they are at the end of the plank, waiting to fall into the dangerous waters below, as the Rangers have certainly made this a tough one for them. They have been relentless on the offensive rebounds, and they have been relentless in transition, a formula that's going to make it tough for any team to combat that. Yulnitz slipped on that one, but he gets it out to Karan and saves the possession.
Yeah, Rangers can, get a good possession, move the ball around, get another good possession. They've been doing a good job this game with it.
Patsoris pulls up from 3. That one no good. And the Pirates will pull this one down. 20-point advantage for the Rangers, as the Pirates will need to get their offense moving and their sails full in the right direction. Underneath, right on time, Brandon Spees, a chance at a 3-point play. Nice step up there by Spees. Good take underneath.
Yeah, that's a defensive lapse by the Rangers. Can't have those. You got to really keep your foot on the pedal.
Free throw coming as number 4, Nathan Robertson, will check in for the Pirates.
Yeah, Pete's been a hot hand, all night. I think we could have got a better look down here on the offensive end. But, when you're hot, you want to take that shot.
38-20 as the free throw no good there on the back end of the three-point play. Ahmed Muhammad for 3. That one took a trip to both sides of the rim and popped out, as Grayer will be assessed the loose ball foul, and it will go back to the Pirates, looking to cut further into this 18-point lead.
Another one of those, oh my goodness, I'm that wide open, and shoot it, you
little
kind
bit
of think
of
about it too much.
Call it a record scratch, right? When the flow of the offense is happening and somebody kind of does something out of turn, but certainly a good look for Muhammad there. Good shooting night for him. Pirates looking to get another look at the three-pointer. It'll be Hudson that'll take it. That one off the back iron, and the Rangers will push it the other way.
Same thing there for River. Wide open, caught a break of the Rangers.
Nice job by Yulnitz there, pulling that one out. Muhammad cut off there by Lang. Patsoris going to pull it out to Yulnitz, and the Rangers will reset.
Yeah, let's get a good one here, guys. Let's move the ball.
Turnover there by Grayer, and it will be Spees taking it, and that shot was influenced by Patsoris, and he was fouled by a few Pirates there. We'll see who it'll be assessed to, as Spees will pick up the foul after Patsoris influenced the miss on the other end.
Yeah, I jinxed the Rangers there a little bit. Want to get a good possession, turned it over.
38-20, the Rangers lead the Pirates.
Tico Jones getting some action.
Number 24, Tico Jones in there for the Rangers, matching the size that the Pirates are out there with right now in Beebe, Hudson, and Lang, the forwards right now for the Pirates. Patsoris rejects the screen. Takes it in, finds Grayer in the corner for 3. That one is good. MJ Grayer from the corner.
I can't emphasize enough how much Pete Patsoris does. I think the whole team collapsed on him and gave MJ a great look at it.
Defensive miscue there for the Rangers, but able to recover. Grayer did a nice job to get in front of that shot. Yulnitz pushing it the other way. That one is taken away by Robertson. Spees the other way. Hudson in the corner. Puts it up from the elbow, no good. And the Rangers will push it the other way. Karan taking on against Lang. He'll find Jones down low on the block. Jones the up and under. That one no good. Nice move by Jones. That one took a trip around the sun and didn't want to go down. As a behind-the-back dribble, there was an errant dribble, but they will assess a foul to Hakeem Quran.
Yeah, really good post touch there by Tico. Just couldn't get it to fall, like you said. It took
Quick move up and under there. A staple of any good big man's toolkit there on the right block.
Took a couple spins around the solar system there.
41-20. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Lang the three-pointer. That one way off. Lakewood will come back the other way. 41-20. The Rangers lead the Pirates.
You'd love to see the Rangers keep the foot on the pedal and extend this lead.
Yolnitz takes it underneath. No good. Hakeem the Dream. Hakeem Quran, another three-pointer, and the Lakewood lead has ballooned to 24. 40 seconds remaining. Here in the Battle of the Bridge. What's your favorite bridge to take in the Rocky River? Hilliard?
Yeah, I kind of like Hilliard because, Joe's Deli is a staple, for me, and I love stopping there and getting a meal.
Okay, you can talk favorably about all you want about the river businesses after the game.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I have my fair share of Lakewood ones as well.
We know you are a well-traveled food connoisseur there, Patrick Hayes. You're not the best color man in the business for nothing. Foul there on Robertson as he will go to the line looking to convert a three-point play. Nice take there by Nathan Robinson, the senior. That free throw no good. And with 30 seconds remaining, it is 44-22. Rangers on top as Pat Soros will pull it out against Hudson.
Yeah, hopefully let's get the last one here, and the quarter on a high note.
Pat Soros eyed by three Pirate defenders. Number 3, Ian Tomsick in the game for the first time for the maroon and white. Jones to take underneath. That one hit out of his hands, and with 10 seconds remaining, it'll be baseline out of bounds for the purple and gold.
See what Coach Kamak has in his bag of tricks.
Also out there for the Pirates, number 1, Patrick Lang. Talk about the Patrick Lang connection here. He is the cousin of Lakewood sharpshooting legend Danny Mazzio.
Oh, wow.
Very dear friend of mine, and we know the junior Patrick Lang has some family watching at home, so we just want to shout out all the Mazzio and Lang clan watching at home. Thanks for tuning in to the Lakewood Sports Channel. They're saying go Pirates and Rangers tonight for sure. Harper from 3, that one off the front of the rim, and a push on Jones on Lang right on cue, and with 2 seconds left, it'll be Pirate ball.
No fouls here for the Rangers. Make them inbound it. Let's go to the fourth.
Two seconds remaining. Half-court heave. Won't make it. And it'll be the Rangers taking in a 22-point lead. And fun fact about Dan Mazzio, he held the record for most threes in a game for albeit, I think, about 10 games. Because if you were him, he worked so hard to get to that record. Really nice job. It might be a game or a season. He might text me and correct me. But after him came Pete Nelson.
Yes.
Mike Angers.
Yep.
Wes Gerhardt.
Yeah, Angers for like 2 games or something
right.
like that.
And so a short-lived time in his plastic positioning on the Lakewood Rangers leaderboard. But don't worry, Danny, I got that one out to the public for you. No doubt, as the Rangers leading by 22 here as the start of the fourth quarter commences on the Lakewood Sports Channel.
And the funny thing about that is that the record before that probably stood for a long time.
Very long time. Very long time. There is some very good three-pointing shooting lineage here at Lakewood High School. All you have to do is walk down the beautiful athletic hallway and see the Hall of Fame out there. Guys with the last name Patton and Fannin and some fantastic three-point shooters. Shannon came
Shannon.
before. Yep.
Yeah, he was. We had
and the Rangers really doing their share this year shooting the basketball. Akeem Karan, a couple three-pointers in this one tonight, and the Rangers have hit a couple. Have had a couple of games, of some really hot shooting nights. So as the game has transitioned into a three-point palooza, there is certainly a foundation for good perimeter shooting here in this Lakewood Rangers basketball program. Fourth quarter time here at Lakewood High School. 44-22, the Rangers lead the Pirates.
Yeah, let's get Aiden Wacker back healthy, and he might have a run at that record.
Certainly can't wait to see Aiden Wacker back in the Ranger lineup. He is here tonight. Good to see him. Underneath to Lang. Nice reverse layup there by Patrick Lang. His first points of the evening. Pull the Pirates in by 20.
Yeah, you see, Coach Murray started the second half in that zone and saw Rangers take a good amount of time off and said, hey, we can't do that. We got to switch back to
man are the Pirates. Karan all the way down Broadway. That one is good. Akeem Karan, a fantastic scoring performance for the junior. And just like his shoes, he's got the green light from this coaching staff to attack the basket and be an offensive priority for the Rangers.
When you're shooting the ball and scoring the ball like he is, absolutely.
Robertson to take underneath. Lang cutting to the hoop. They missed him there. Hudson all the way in. No shot, they will say. The foul will be assessed on the floor as Hudson's shot went in, but it will be a baseline out of bounds for the Pirates. Pirates only one personal foul to their name here in the second half. The Rangers with 6. The Rangers' next foul, and it'll be Pirates in the bonus. There's Lang coming open underneath. Another layup for Patrick Lang, but he is fouled by Grayer, and Lang will go to the line shooting a pair.
Yeah, Rangers got to do a better job communicating screens. They're getting screened pretty well and getting easy looks for the Pirates.
Pirates had a fantastic game on Saturday night against number 14 in the area, Brunswick. It was a 57-54 loss. They were down 42-25 against the Blue Devils, one of the very, very disciplined and impressive squads in the area so far this year. And as you're looking at it, score here is 46-24. Not for a second are you thinking that this game is in the bag if you're the Rangers, because Brunswick, as tough as a side as any, and the Pirates made life very difficult for the Blue Devils. Muhammad in the corner, that one no good, and the rebound is pulled down by Spees. Here come the Pirates.
Can't take your foot off the gas. I mean, I think some of those 11 threes probably helped Rocky River get back in that game against Brunswick.
Jump stop there by Lang was a little too deep into the extracurriculars as he took one extra step, and a traveling violation will give the ball back to the Rangers. Full court pressure here from the Pirates. 1-2-2 press, and Lang got his hand in there, but unfortunately corralled the ball past the baseline, and the Rangers will do it again.
You got to take your time here. I know you only get 5 seconds, but it's longer than you think. Make sure you make a good pass.
Rangers popping down. Yulnitz will take it against Robertson. Coming over to double is Spees. Yulnitz all the way ahead to Karan, and a travel by Hakeem. It seemed that he was thinking about the drive, had a little more room for a shot than he thought, and just got caught in between those two good options.
Yeah, it was hard to see. Coach Kamak kind of set a screen on me for my visual, but it looked a little odd, so, sometimes you'll see that and they'll make the call.
Lang checking out for the Pirates, and it'll be Tommy Beebe checking back in for the maroon and white. Beebe popping out here to the perimeter. Hudson, very good three-point shooter, slashes. Hudson inside, blocked by Patsoris, and off Hudson's hand. It will go back to the Rangers as Miles Harper checks in for Ahmed Muhammad.
It's so underrated, just walling up, and staying straight up and down. And
certainly with the arms that Patsoris has, his arms are, he doesn't have to do much to get in a very tough position defensively for people to go above.
Yeah, you just kind of get in their way. You don't necessarily need to block every shot as long as you affect the shot.
Timeout by Coach Kamak as the Rangers were making him quite nervous, and wearing that white dress shirt tonight, we don't want to see any perspiration coming off Coach Kamak, so he's going to call a timeout and get everybody's blood pressure down a little bit. And
is that Sean Miller or Archie Miller that they have the photo of him just in the white shirt during the NCAA tournament?
It was going to be Coach Kamak pretty soon if the Rangers kept dribbling right into the river press there, and at this time, we want to shout out one of our favorite sponsors here. All of our sponsors are favorites on the Lakewood Sports Channel, but a veteran-owned business. We love to see that. And all night, the Rangers have done a really nice job in transition, and that is going to the cumulative effort by the Rangers to get out in transition, especially Pete Patsoris, Riley Unlitz with some nice outlet passes. That's going to be our Harrington moving. Let's get moving. Fast break of the game. We'll do the heavy lifting so you can focus on what really matters, making your house a home. Thank you to Harrington moving as River able to inbound the ball there. And Robertson will push it the other way.
Yeah, tough turnover for Miles Harper there. You know, he's a very smart player, but he's young. Sophomore, didn't make a good pass on the inbounds.
That three-pointer rimmed out, and that ball went off Hakeem Karan's hands, and that will be given right back to the Pirates. And if you're Spees there, you got to wonder what you have to do to get that ball down. It's just been that kind of night for the Pirates.
Yeah, but if you're the Rangers, you know, I like you being aggressive, but you also got to be smart about it. Don't make the home run play, as I say. You know, just make the smart play. Hit the single.
5 minutes left here. 46-24, the Rangers lead the Pirates. Spees gets it out to Hudson, whose three-point attempt clanks off. Lang's attempt clanks off as well. Mid-range jumper now hits the back of the iron, and the Rocky River Pirates are certainly struggling with these Lakewood rims as Patsoris all the way to the rim. He is fouled and what? They'll say there was a push before the shot, and Lakewood will have the ball baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, we've had a couple games where you think that they're playing the NBA where they're getting the continuation. Tonight, you're not seeing that as much.
As Lakewood will turn this one over again. It's Hudson in the forecourt. All the way, that one no good, but there is number 0, Brandon Spees, there to clean it up. That three-pointer rims out, but there's Miles Harper. Timely rebound, and Lakewood will take the ball out and try to run, not run a little bit of clock. Harper for 3, that one rims out. And it's Hakeem Karan going in between two Pirates to get the jump ball, and that will keep the ball with the Rangers here on the baseline. Pirates for a second thought it was theirs. They're going to have to get set up quickly.
Yeah, let's get a good look here. You know, maybe take a 20, 30 seconds off the clock here.
4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here as the Rangers lead by 20.
What?
They're going to say that Yulnitz.
I didn't think I saw anything there.
They're going to say Yulnitz had his hand up in Robertson's face, and that foul is going to give the ball back to the Pirates. Another turnover for the Rangers. And if you're Coach Alex Kamak, you want to see your team tighten up a little bit and take care of the basketball.
Yes, you want to finish it strong.
That's one way to do it. It's tipped back into the Rangers half court, and a jump ball will be called here as both number 0s went to the floor, and the Rangers will give the ball back to the Pirates, but certainly the Ranger bench liking that one as it was great hustle down the floor by Hakeem. Even when you're up 20, the Rangers doing a nice job of keeping their defensive intensity.
Yeah, really good effort there. You'd love to see it.
Spees got to the baseline. Karan tied it up, and it'll be the Rangers' ball facing, again, some pressure from the Pirates as Lang will check back in for the Pirates, taking out Hudson.
I don't think we have jump ball for 3 quarters, and then we get back-to-back-to-back jump balls.
Certainly the Rangers and Pirates getting a little more familiar with each other. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Unit splits the double team. Grayer in the corner to Harper for 3. That one is good. I can see for Miles Harper, all 3 of those.
Yeah, really good job by MJ to pick up. It almost looked like Riley was going to lose it there. MJ stayed with it and got a good pass to Miles.
Rangers have extended their lead to 23. Underneath, a blocking foul will be assessed, and Tommy Beebe will go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. And, Pat, if I know you, I know you're a man that likes to hear about pizza.
I do.
I said, listen, that's why we're in this endeavor together. We know each other like the back of our hands. And it'll be LHS Hockey Night at Angelo's Pizza tomorrow night, February 3rd. Order in the dining room from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. or get delivery and takeout from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. I know you like eating your pizza on the later side, so there you go. And please mention Lakewood Hockey when you are ordering for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. 20% of your bill will go towards this cause. Go to Angelo's Pizza on Madison.
Angelo's always been a great help for the Lakewood Athletics, man. They do a great job.
It's been a great help for my stomach as well.
Oh, yeah, it's tasty.
Tomasic, the three-pointer. That one short. Rebounded underneath by Schuler. Tomasic, a nice wraparound pass to Lang underneath, and that one will go.
You know, getting Tomasic some minutes, late. He's asking for more minutes in the regular season, showing that he can play a little bit.
49-31, the Rangers lead. Karan's three-pointer in an impossible angle goes.
Oh, man.
And now the Ranger lead has ballooned to 52-31.
Yeah, what a friendly touch there. That was awesome.
That one through Beebe's hands, and Karan will break out the other way. Karan jump stops and puts it in. Hakeem Karan, a fantastic offensive evening for the junior.
The art of the jump stop, man. It's underutilized. It's fun to see, though.
I think Coach Gamock has hockey on the brain as he is sending a line change to the scorer's table. We'll see some Rangers getting their first action here in a varsity uniform. Very exciting for those players, as 1 minute and 50 seconds is remaining in this one.
Man, I remember this feeling. You're sitting there at the check-in table, and you're like, come on, Hakeem, can you just foul him? Can you do something so I can get in the game, get a little extra minute?
Foul shot there by Lang, out of bounds, and here comes that change for the Rangers. A few changes for the Pirates as well. Number 33, Will DeCleric out there. Fantastic soccer player. And it appears that number 20, Gavin O'Brien, out there. And for the Rangers, it's Mo Cut. Lakewood's favorite pair of twins, the Jablonowski brothers. Ben and Luke are out there.
Yeah, do you know which one's which? Because I don't.
Oh, yeah, I got this. I coach them in baseball. I know each of them very well, as Andre Hollenberg is also out there.
And Noah.
And number 22, Noah, is out there. We apologize. We will get Noah's last name for the next broadcast. Pirates and Rangers battling to the end here. Rangers leading 54-31. Taken inside by Tomasek, and that one will send him to the line. Tomasek, a 50% three-point shooter on the year. Very nice job by him. First one is up and in for Ian Tomsick, the junior. Second one up and in for the silky smooth shooter, number 3, Ian Tomsick.
Noah Eisel.
Noah Eisel out there. Cut dribbles in. That one came out of his hand, and Rocky River will corral it. Trailing 33-54 with 1 minute left in this one. Gina's three, no good. Noah Eisel gets the rebound there. We know Noah. And a travel will be assessed.
You love to see these guys getting their first minutes or, limited minutes and just playing really hard and finishing the game strong.
River will have this one baseline out of bounds. Pirates moving it around. Just 40 seconds remain here at Lakewood High School. Floater there, no good by Gina, and that'll be pulled down by Noah Eisel. He made sure we remembered his name there. He's been all over the place here in the final minutes for the Rangers. Cut with the ball, 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, although you don't want to, put up too many shots, you always want to get a guy that hasn't scored or something in the scorebook.
10 seconds remaining, and Thompson brings it out the other way for the Pirates. 7 seconds remaining. That three-pointer rims out for Hewlett.
I'll be honest, man. The Jabs played a minute and a half, and I saw like 3 or 4 box outs by them that were awesome to see.
Fundamental defense will be on display for a long time to come, and a fantastic performance by the Rangers, a complete performance, winning this one 54-33. And if you're the Rangers, you have one more tune-up Friday night against Valley Forge, a team they're looking for, I wouldn't say revenge, but looking certainly to play much better than they did the first time they played the Patriots. And if you're the Rangers, you got to be encouraged with this performance coming off that night you did against US. Totally wiped away that bad taste in their mouth with a fantastic performance. What are your takeaways from this one?
You know, I think this is as close to a complete game as the Rangers have played all year. You know, I'm sure Coach Kamak will say there's still room for improvement, but they played really hard defensively, got some easy buckets, got out and ran. They played really well tonight.
Rangers put it all together out here on the hardwood. Pete Patsour's back in the lineup. And the good news for the Rangers is they will soon be getting Aiden Wacker back, hopefully, for the GLC tournament. It'll be fantastic to see the Rangers hopefully back at full strength. We'll definitely knock on wood. That's what you do these days. And we're so glad you could join us here at home. Lakewood Sports Channel presented by First Federal of Lakewood. The Rangers win this one 54-33. It was an all-around effort. It was an all-around great time. Colin Cunningham spinning the camera for us. Patrick Hayes thinking about Angelo still. Grant Graves with you here. We will see you tomorrow night for the first GLC tournament game for the Rangers. It'll be the Lady Rangers taking on the Parma Redmen on this hardwood court. Have a good night and go Rangers.